Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what we've got today. We've got the Gangster. Alright, well this is definitely one of the ones that I was afraid of. Gangster with random weapons can be very difficult. Let me just make absolutely sure I haven't done it before. And we have not, so let's see if we can make it work. We're going to have to see what weapon we get here before I sort of formulate a strategy. Gangster requires you to kill elites very quickly, and also is one of the most inherently random classes. So depending on what we roll here, it can be more or less difficult. We rolled Revolver, but I am actually going to re-roll this because that's what I used for the class guide for this character, which was very recent. So if you want to see a Gangster Revolver run, you can check out my class guide for Gangster. And I don't want to use the best possible weapon for the character with these random runs, so we are going to re-roll that just to keep things a little more interesting. Alright, we got Thief Dagger. That is the weapon I was secretly hoping for because I love a Thief Dagger run. It's like my favorite weapon in the game. And because of its low damage, is pretty difficult for this character. Money is also worth less for the Gangster than for other characters, so I'm gonna kill that tree, and then can we get the last two enemies? Yes, we almost got all three there, but I mispositioned a little bit. So just to remind you what the Gangster does, we can steal one item per shop, but our items cost 20% more and we can't lock them. Not being able to lock them is really tough. That actually is a huge hindrance to your economy. And when we steal an item, there's a percent chance that it spawns a boss, and those bosses get stronger every boss we kill. So this is a character that is somewhat luck reliant, because if we roll into an early boss and aren't prepared for it, it can be pretty dangerous. So this is one of the ones I was definitely worried about not being able to beat, to keep the win streak alive. I am still going to roll for harvesting here. I do want to build damage, so we won't do as much investment into economy as I normally do early. But buying that 5 harvesting is just such good value that it's still worth it. So even with Thief Dagger, which is giving us extra economy, even with this character that needs a lot of early damage, it's still worth it to get that 5, and then we will probably just let that grow naturally and pick up damage items from now on. Now, buy this Thief Dagger. Do I steal the Whistle? So normally you just want to steal more weapons in the early shops on this character, but Whistle's such a good item, and 34 is more materials of value than we would probably get from anything. I mean, it's the same as stealing 2 Thief Daggers in terms of what we actually would have had to spend to get that item. I think it's worth it, and hopefully I can just roll naturally into some daggers here. Find another one, and then I'm going to roll one more time because if Dagger costs 17, it's really important to look at how much items cost for the Gangster because you can't lock items. So we need to know that if I reroll into a Dagger, I would be able to afford buying it, and I can, in fact, buy it. Losing out on this fertilizer, that hurts, but we can't lock items, and we chose to steal the Whistle, so we were fairly likely to find other stuff that we wanted and just not be able to get it. Another way that this character suffers in the early game is through that, just because it becomes so much harder to find exactly the items that you want when you can't lock good economy items early. You get to make up for it by stealing items, but if we don't actually get a loot alien spawn, then the Whistle won't have been good for anything for a while. Here, I could just take attack speed, I could roll for melee damage, both of those would be fine. I could take crit chance, because we are a Thief Dagger build. The higher your crit chance, the more money you get from the daggers. I think I'm just going to take the crit chance. Take this dagger here, and then do I steal a Broken Mouth? This is another very efficient item. It costs us 40 normally, so I think I will steal it, and then we'll re-roll here. Coffee for 31. I think I just have to roll into more weapons. So I'm going to buy the Thief Dagger, and then no point in re-rolling here because Thief Dagger costs 19. We can't lock anything, so we're just not going to re-roll. So obviously, a couple choices there where if I'd made a different choice, then we'd be a little happier, right? Because I'd rather have had the fertilizer than the Whistle. I'd rather have had the coffee than the Broken Mouth. But both of those items are good, and there's no guarantee that we found better items. So you sometimes have to just steal items that are efficient to steal, even if you then find other stuff that's a little better looking later. Yeah, I'll take 1 HP for 6, that's fine. And dodge, not bad, but I think I am just going to grab 5 harvesting here. And then I could take crit chance or damage. Let's reroll. I think we have a decent chance of rolling into a good level 2 upgrade. On wave 3, you have... I don't remember the exact chances, but it's like a 20% chance of one of these showing up as a level 2 upgrade across 4 different items. So we found a good level 2 upgrade, and we were very happy to do so. Blindfold, definitely not finding something better to steal than this, or very unlikely to find something better to steal than this, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. 4% chance, we could have had an elite there, which would have been real bad, but we were lucky enough to avoid that. We'll take the fertilizer and then roll. I will buy a corrupted shard as well. I want to find more melee damage, and I want to find more daggers. Leveling Thief Dagger is really important, so finding that would be really nice. Unfortunately, we've missed several times, so I'm just going to buy this tree and go to the next wave. So at this point, I just want to focus on finding some melee damage to make my Thief Daggers actually hit a little harder. I want to find some regeneration so that we can sustain. Obviously, with a melee build, it's fairly likely that you take a few hits, so you want some form of sustainability. We did find that corrupted shard, so now we have 3 curse, or 2 curse, I think. 3 if I get one of these curse alien kills, but it doesn't look like I'm going to. Maybe I can get this one. Nah, I did get the tree, though, at least. Coral. So I'm going to take the coral. The reason for this, so I usually pass this item because I just don't like the tap moving, but this character is, I just don't like executing on that. This character is hard enough that I think we are going to take the coral and just commit to tap moving, because it is a very strong item. Obviously, we'll buy the Thief Dagger, we'll buy the coffee. Do I think I should buy or steal the Dangerous Bunny? This is where this character gets really interesting. Do I think I'm going to roll into an item that costs more than 55, that I want to steal more than the Dangerous Bunny? Or do I think I should just take the value here, take my free reroll, so we would get basically 59 materials worth of value if I just steal the bunny here? I think 59's on the low end for what I want this wave, but I'm going to just go ahead and do that, and then maybe we can roll into a dagger. I'm going to roll here, and we did roll into a Thief Dagger. So, again, we would have had a slightly better steal here with the muscly dude, but this worked out fine. We got to buy a leveled up dagger. We got a Dangerous Bunny, which will help my economy in future as well. Now that I have the bunny, I can roll a little more aggressively into better things to steal also. The 4 melee damage level up that we got was huge as well. That has made my daggers much more lethal. Still not great. We definitely need to boost their damage output significantly before they're really good. You really need to be just way ahead on this character because your economy is weakened by increased item prices, and there's a chance of fighting an elite every wave. So if you aren't strong enough to just kill an elite, then you're putting yourself in a lot of danger. We are making more money than the expected value for the wave, and we found 2 items also, so not bad there. I'll take the boxing glove, it just increases our damage. Baby elephant can help us clear the wave, and we do want to build luck, so I'll take the elephant here. And then this crit chance is really good for Thief Daggers, so we'll grab that. I don't care that much about lifesteal, so let me just reroll here. And I'll take 6 more melee damage to help us kill stuff a little bit faster. None of these, I think, are expensive enough to want to steal, so I'm going to buy the dagger, the plant, and the mushroom. We do want to buy those items, though, because regen is pretty important to start getting. Then I'm going to roll a couple times. Here, I will buy the coffee and steal the muscly dude. 8% is starting to get to the point where we could easily hit an elite here. We didn't, which is probably good for us. I think we're still not yet strong enough to fight an elite easily. A couple more waves than we should be, especially if I find some armor, because right now I have none. But the bonus damage that we found there is super helpful, so very glad there. Maybe I should have recycled the baby elephant, because it can just steal materials from me. I'm also fully going to forget to tap move using the coral. So the way that that coral works is it's the same as soldier, where if you tap move like this, you get the full regeneration value out of the coral. But I find that a little bit annoying to do, so I usually don't buy that item. We are making great money, though, so we're in good shape there. Let's re-roll this. I could take attack speed or regen. I'd be happy with those, or damage, but I feel like I can get a level 2 upgrade. I also do have a decent amount of dodge here, so I could start building dodge. I think I can do better, though, again. And yeah, I'll take 9 max HP. That's pretty good. Once I have one coral, I'm fairly incentivized to buy another, but I still don't think it's worth spending 84 on that, because I'm certainly going to forget to use it. So I'll buy the plant, I'll buy the weird food. That's a lot of good regeneration for me. Campfire, I don't want to reduce my move speed, so we're going to roll past these 2 items. This Thief Dagger, the level 3 dagger, I'm just going to steal for 16% chance of an elite. Because that was 116 materials, so it's good to just steal that, I think, and then we'll take a tree and a coffee. Am I likely to find an item that costs less than 50 that I want to buy with a reroll? I think the chances of that are pretty decent. A dagger would cost less than 50. A lot of level 1 items cost less than 50, so one reroll here seems pretty justified, and we'll keep leveling our dagger to give us more money. Recycling machine would be really nice. Obviously, you get a lot of crates on this character, and helmet would be really, really good as well, but I think the dagger's the most important here. And keep killing this tree. And this tree as well. Get that loot alien kill. And kill this tree also. Making sure to clear these trees, of course. Every crate that we get is really, really valuable. We missed... Oh, that enemy didn't die there. We missed on crates except for one, but still really nice to get those. So I am going to take the 20 range here. We have minus 40 range, and I actually don't want to reduce my range too much on this character, because Thief Dagger is a short-ranged weapon. Range is somewhat useful for fighting bosses, so I'm willing to spend a small amount on increasing our range with the glasses there. The 45 range level up, I think I'm going to pass on, though. I'll just take the regeneration, and then here we will take 7% more crit chance. Had to pause the recording there for a second, because the cat was screaming at my office door, but we've managed to calm him down, and I'm going to pick up the Thief Dagger and keep leveling my weapons here. Fertilizer I will buy as well, although I do want to increase my melee damage. I think fertilizer is still too good to pass up on, and then I'm hoping we roll into something that I want to steal at some point soon. Peaceful Bee, 1 melee damage for 4 harvesting and 4 dodge at this point. We have no armor. We do have 11 regen, so my defensive stats aren't terrible, but certainly not great. I think we will buy the Peaceful Bee, but it's close. And you could maybe justify not buying that there. Still have not found anything super expensive to steal, but I'll steal this Gentle Alien. It's fine for 69 materials worth of value. And, whoa, okay, the 4% chance happened, and we've got an elite. So this Wave 8 elite should die pretty quickly, but I have I have very little defensive stats. We have 50 HP, 10 regen plus the coral, and 0 armor. So I'm going to reroll once here and see if I can find an item that will help me fight this elite. Just any item that would be good here. Unfortunately, we're 1 material short of buying the mushroom, which I would definitely buy. So that money just goes to waste. All right, where are you? Of course, it's the hardest elite to fight. And so let me just tap move around, because I want to regen with the coral. So whenever I'm not at full health, I should be tap moving. And there we go. Managed to kill that elite. That fight definitely brought to you in part by coral, but I was really not expecting an elite that wave with the 4% chance off the Gentle Alien. Now every future elite is stronger, but of course we're going to get a level 4 item. Hopefully it's a good enough one that we can be strong enough to fight future elites. Whether you get a good level 4 item with your first elite is a big chunk of what makes runs good or weak with this character. Because if you find a weak one and don't get much stronger, then you now have to fight strengthened elites without any advantage from your red box. Luckily, we got a really good one. This fixes our armor, which we desperately needed, move speed we needed, crit chance we needed. So although it does reduce my regen, this is still a great find for us. Alien magic I will take as well. And then the statue. I suppose I could consider doing a standing still build since we have the coral as well, but minus 10 move speed is just too horrible. We're going to recycle statue. Take 6 melee damage. I just reduced my melee damage by 2, buying the Peaceful Bee and the Fertilizer, so pretty happy there. Cyclops Worm. Do I steal this for 14% of an elite and 106 materials gained? I think most items that I buy will be cheaper than 106 materials, so I think it's worth it to steal the Cyclops Worm here. And then let's roll. Okay, Recycling Machine's a great find. We also didn't get an elite showing up. Recycling Machine will help, of course, because when you're dropping a lot of red items, some of them are bad, and at least this way you get money out of them. Take the Thief Dagger and the Duct Tape, and then I will do one reroll. If I find something good to buy, then we'll be happy. Claw Tree, Small Fish, and Ugly Tooth are all great. Ugly Tooth a little less so, but it's nice when you know you're fighting a lot of elites. I think for this character, though, I'm just going to go with the Claw Tree. I just want as much crit chance as I can get so that my Thief Daggers are generating money, and that can keep us ahead of the curve in terms of income. So you can see there, when we fought that elite, why I decided to buy the coral, because it's such an efficient source of regeneration if you're tap moving. And probably I should have bought the one that showed up in the shop, but I was worried I would just forget to use it. So if you are less lazy than me or more used to using coral, then you would definitely want to buy it there, because it's a really, really strong item. Got a lot of cursed enemies here, which we are having a slightly hard time killing. Our clear speed is fine, but definitely not where I would want it to be. But we did just make 700 materials from wave 9, which is amazing. So our income is excellent. We're going to recycle the statue here. We'll take the Cyclops Worm, of course. And then I definitely want more attack speed. Here, I would love more armor, but I think I'll just take the melee damage because I just want to make sure that my clear speed is keeping up. Let's reroll here. Nothing that I want to buy or steal. I think I should have passed on the first baby elephant, so I'm going to pass on this one. The muscly dude and the missile. How likely am I to find something I want that's worth more than 125? I think I'm just going to steal this, because that also lets me make my shop purchases based on whether or not we have an elite next wave, so I can get a little greedier this shop, because I know I'm not fighting an elite. Take the bag here. Pearl, we're not going to buy with -2 luck, unfortunately, although I would love it, but because I just love this item, but you can't buy a pearl with -2 luck. More move speed with the Terrified Onion I don't think we need. Let's reroll here. I'll take the head injury, reroll again. Take the jerky, that's a lot of great sustain, and the Corrupted Shard and the Thief Dagger, and then for 24, with only 85 in the bank and no ability to lock items, we're going to pass on to wave 10. No elite this wave, and we are going to avoid stealing in the next shop, because I don't want to double spawn elites. We're not yet strong enough to fight multiple elites. I mean, maybe we could manage it just with good movement mechanics, but no reason to risk the run here. Getting a bunch of free curse is great as well. Curse obviously helps, especially a character like this that has increased item price. Getting cursed items is like getting 2 items for the price of 1. So it's even more valuable for characters that have fewer items because it's more impactful on the total amount of stats that you get. Of course, with the Thief Dagger build, we don't necessarily have fewer items because we just have a lot more money. Blood Leech I'll take, I think, -3 harvesting. I mean, would I spend 72 on just 2 regeneration? I probably would. I just want as much healing as I can get. We'll recycle the Snowball. Wheelbarrow, at this point, it's actually interesting whether I take this. I will, I think, but we could probably avoid buying that as well. I'll recycle Barricade, of course, and we'll recycle the Bat, because I'm not going to use Lifesteal. I'll take the 16% damage buff here. That's really nice. And I'm not going to steal anything this wave. Snail, do I want to buy the Snail? So I'm going into an elite fight. Snail can help to fight elites, but I think I'm going to pass on it. Scar, we're level 14 with no bonus XP gain, so I'll buy the Scar, I'll buy the Lost Duck. I'm really looking for things that make me stronger in a fight, though. Gentle Alien's pretty nice, actually. We'll take the Hedgehog for just more damage. Metal Detector, at this point I'm going to pass on it. I don't want to buy too many more economy items this shop, because I just really want to be able to fight the elite better. Frozen Heart is pretty nice. Just 5% crit chance. We do have -2 elemental damage, so it's only plus... The damage per weapon attack is only plus 0.6, but the 5% crit chance for 228 isn't terrible. This is actually a really interesting item here. Fried rice, of course, I'm probably going to buy just for the curse, but maybe I'm supposed to just pass on both of these items and just take the alloy just to make sure that I can actually kill the elite faster. Alloy, not the most efficient source of damage, but I just want anything that can help me kill stuff faster. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to buy the alloy. We are getting close to maximum crit chance as well on our weapons, but I still think we roll past the Frozen Heart. Not I'm going to buy because... Or Ugly Tooth, not. Ugly Tooth I'm going to buy because this will help me kill the elite a little faster. This slows down elites, or a little more safely. Let's roll here. We'll take a Thief Dagger. I probably should pass the Black Flag realistically, but I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't do it, guys. We actually don't need more money. So if you're just strictly optimizing to win the run, you actually should probably pass Black Flag there. Thief Dagger is all the economy you need. We also have 60 harvesting. We just found a Scar. We're about to buy a Black Belt. So we've got a lot of economy on this character. We just need to be strong enough to kill elites. And Black Flag makes that harder, obviously. But I just can't do it. This item's too good. I just refuse to pass it, even if it might be correct here. So, instantly taking a bunch of damage. Gonna have to fight this elite. This is a very hard one to fight for us, because I'm somewhat reliant on our coral regeneration, and you can't really hold still against this elite easily either. So let me run away and pick up some consumables. We have the jerky, so that's going to help a lot with healing. Back off here, and we'll take a hit, but then pick up that consumable. This is going to be a tough fight, in part because I did buy the Black Flag, right? So, need to back off. Okay, we got... Picked up a fruit. We'll pick up another one for more healing, and then we can kill it. Nice, okay. So that fight definitely brought to you by Jerky, because it let me heal while moving around. And now we can finish killing all the enemies. But you can see why I said that the Black Flag was actually pretty dangerous here, because obviously it's going to give us a ton of extra money going forward. We don't really need more money going forward, we just needed to make it through that wave alive, and the Black Flag made that harder. We will definitely take the 12 ranged damage here. I'll take Coil, we actually have a lot of knockback apparently, and then we'll grab a Lost Duck as well. My melee damage is pretty good. Let me take some attack speed just to make sure that we're killing things really fast. and then we will grab regeneration. Actually, what's the crit chance on my weapons? 83%. I think I still just need regeneration just to make sure that I can survive. Go ahead and combine here and buy the Thief Dagger, and then I think we're not building dodge, it looks like, because I already bought one alloy, so let me just steal another alloy. 59% no elite showed up. That's interesting. I'll take community support, and then I'm going to roll here. Now I've got to find armor, because I just reduced my armor down to 1, which is way too low. Reroll again. Don't think I want the weird ghost. I guess I know I don't have an elite to fight, and we do have 18 regen. So I think I actually will buy the weird ghost. I do want a little more health. And then I'll buy the Thief Dagger. I'm going to buy this coral because I have been actually using it. And obviously I passed the last one just out of fear of my own bad play. And I should just get in the habit of using coral when it's good. So I'm going to try to force myself to do that by buying the coral. We have minus 100 range also, but that doesn't really matter. We are going to be melee range with enemies anyways. Spicy sauce, I think I'll pass on. I'm going to roll once, though, because I bet I can find something that helps, and the cake and the lost duck both help. So now I can just stand still with my double coral and heal pretty quickly. From the weird ghost. Very surprising that we didn't get an elite last wave. So we're still in danger because my armor is so low. I definitely need to boost my armor. It's possible I should have passed community support even. The attack speed is good, obviously, but we're killing enemies quite quickly, so we're not getting that much attack speed out of it. And losing armor is very painful for this character. Having to make some really interesting decisions here, you know. It's so rare that you'll hear me say that Black Flag is wrong to take. In fact, I think that's the only time I've ever said that, and probably the only time I ever will say that. And then, of course, we took it anyways. I'm going to grab the hedgehog here. Gambling token, I'm going to recycle. We're at minus 5 dodge. I just want to build armor. Take the little muscly dude. Take some more regeneration here. Okay, the metal plate is an amazing find. Wave 13, we don't have an elite this wave, so I do want more move speed. I'm going to steal the fin. Okay, we did get an elite spawn. We'll take the metal plate. Let's roll here. Pick another metal plate. So now my armor's at 5, which is a lot better. Missile, I've got pretty good attack speed. But I think I'd rather have attack speed than percent damage, so we're going to roll past the missile here. I'll take the cursed propeller hat, of course. Wings, I don't really need. We've got 12 movement speed, so let's roll. I'm just trying to get stronger to kill the elite faster. 98% crit chance as well. Combine here and buy a Thief Dagger and roll again. And I'm definitely not buying the Weird Ghost because we're going into an elite fight. Goblet I will take. This is great healing for us, and I can buy it and the treasure map as well. Treasure map, of course, is a little greedy to purchase here, but it's such a strong economy item. I think it's still very good. And just try to stay next to the elite. This elite is a good one to fight with Coral because it's a good one for mostly standing still against. Because you just want to kind of tap move around it anyways, just to avoid these 3 slashes. It always puts the slashes on top of you, so if you just move a little bit, you won't take hits. So there we go, we killed that elite. And we do have a recycling machine, so even if the item we get is bad, then we're going to get good value out of finding it. Recycling machine is a huge find for the Gangster. We're still not one-shotting every enemy, which is a little concerning. We've built a lot of damage, and we should definitely be one-shotting everything. But we're making such good money that it mostly doesn't matter. Okay, I can't take Retromation's hoodie with minus 5 dodge, so we're just going to recycle that for 200 materials. Take 3 armor here. Let me re-roll this, and we'll take 2 more armor. Going up to 10 armor, I feel a lot better about where we are. The goldfish, I can't steal anything this round because we're going into an elite fight, so we just want to not steal. this wave. I still don't feel strong enough to take on 2 elites at once. So I'm going to pass on the goldfish as well, because I would buy this if we could steal something and get a lot of value out of it, but since we're not allowed to steal this wave, or it would be a bad idea to steal this wave, we're just going to pass on the goldfish. We'll take metal, even though this decreases my crit chance. The stats are so good. Roll again. I don't really want any of these. Let's re-roll it. We will upgrade our daggers more. Baby gecko I don't really need either. Gonna keep rolling. Spicy sauce I could take, but I think we'll just grab the lemonade here. We're up to 6 consumable heal, so that's a lot of healing. Cursed Thief Dagger, obviously an amazing find. That's where our 20 curse is really coming into play, and that's going to help us kill the elite much faster. It also gives you money every time you kill something with a crit, so we get a lot of extra money from that. Take the helmet and the defective steroids as well. Do one more reroll here. Injection I'll grab also. Goat Skull costs me crit chance for melee damage. I don't think that's worth it. I do think it's worth re-rolling here because we're going into a guaranteed elite fight. So I'd like to find something that helps make us stronger. I didn't, but I'll still take a treasure map. We're going to get a lot of value out of that. This elite should be a fairly difficult one because, again, it charges past us. So it's hard to stand still to fight it. But we're no longer as reliant on our coral regeneration. I need to like tap move away from it though. Let me get a consumable there so I can actually heal up. I've fought this a little badly because I tried to hold still against this charging elite and just took a bunch of hits there. So this is why I don't love coral, because it forces you to move in a way that I'm just not used to. So even though it's a super powerful item, and is part of why we won this, or we haven't won the run yet, but it's part of why we haven't lost this run, is that the coral was really good. It does require you to play different mechanically than any other item in the game, basically. So that's a real cost if it's going to make you play worse in terms of your movement mechanics. Here, obviously, we're recycling the seashell. More bad level 4 items, which is a little unlucky. We'll take the wheat, though. 150 for 4 melee damage isn't that amazing, but I think we just want all the damage we can get. And then let's take some more regen. We will still buy a coupon, so I can steal something this wave. Alien Eyes I could buy to try to kill elites a little faster. We do now have 85 HP, so I am gonna buy that, I think. Let's roll here. Blood donation, I'm gonna pass on. We don't need more economy still. Roll again. 159, I feel like we can get something more expensive than 159, so I'm just gonna buy that. Roll here. We'll take the claw tree, and now still only at 97% crit chance because I have reduced it a little bit. Spyglass, so we do reroll a lot on this character because it's such a high economy run. So this is a case where even for 98, the Spyglass might pay itself off. I'm going to take this one out of science and then do a reroll here, in part because it just saved me like 8 money immediately. And then very happy to buy this cursed coil, or steal this cursed coil, because that's a ton of extra damage, and of course gives us curse, and a decent chance of getting an elite, which might even make us stronger. For 30, I don't think the chances of us finding something that costs less than 100 that I want to buy here are worth the reroll, so I'm not going to reroll. Alright, we get to fight this elite again. I don't have the armor and regeneration to do the Alien Eyes trick where you stand inside the enemy yet. So I'm gonna back off, pick up a couple jerkies, a couple consumables to heal back up. It stands still on top of every attack by this boss. And there we go. We managed to take it down. This is a tough wave to use coral on as well, because the vampire squid do those slashes underneath your character, so there's just a lot of stuff that you have to run away from all the time. I think those are supposed to be vampire squid. I haven't actually checked what the name of the character is in the game files. I don't really care about losing dodge. We've decided not to build dodge, so I'll take the spider here. It's not great, but any stats is good stats. We'll recycle the pencil. More attack speed wouldn't be bad. I could take more move speed as well. I'm actually just going to take 12 move speed because I think that'll help us out a lot when we are fighting these bosses. Broken Mouth, I will buy. Injection, I'll buy as well. Let's reroll here. Cursed Spyglass, sure, we'll buy a Cursed Spyglass. Leather Vest, I'm going to purchase. I think at this point we can find stuff that's a little bit more expensive than that to steal. Lumberjack shirt, even this late is probably worth buying just to spend 1 fewer attack killing a tree. And then let's roll again. My crit chance is at 97 on all of my weapons still. So I could steal the Sunken Bell. That could give us a pretty good emergency damage boost just to clear everything around me. I'm gonna try that. I think this is not bad, and it guarantees that we get it. Doesn't guarantee, but it makes it very likely we find an elite. Power generator is a bunch of % damage, so we're gonna buy that. And then do I want the baby elephant? Do I want the alien worm? I think we're gonna pass on alien worm. I'm gonna buy the baby elephant, and I'll buy the boiling water. I'm just gonna buy all the cursed stuff. I think we're strong enough that we can start investing in curse just to clear out make sure that we are continuing to gain a ton of power level. If I find just 1 or 2 more good cursed items, then we're in great shape. Oh, I did get the Sunken Bell proc there, although we immediately healed back to full because I picked up the elite box. The Sunken Bell does cost me Thief Dagger money when it goes off, because it's going to clear out all the enemies, and then we won't be able to kill them with our daggers. But again, economy is not really where this run needs to be worried about, what this run needs to be worried about at the moment. We just need to focus on making sure that we have the survivability and damage to make it through the last couple waves intact. Especially because I have, like, Black Flag and stuff, so we've got economy kind of on lock here. Ricochet, obviously, we're recycling. We've gotten bad items out of the out of our red crates this run. Pocket Factory, I do have the Lumberjack shirt, but there's just no chance the Pocket Factory does anything, so we're recycling it. We will take the regen here. Upgrade my daggers to level 4, that's kind of fun. Do I want a 69% chance of an elite? Or I could just guarantee getting an elite by stealing the Tyler, but I think I'm gonna just buy the dagger, and there's probably something we'll be able to steal that will be better. Roll past all this. We could get 2 HP for 63 and a curse. I think that is worth it. 150 for 2 regen. Honestly, probably worth it. We just need defensive stats as much as we can get. I will take the Dangerous Bunny. Dangerous Bunny does make our spyglasses worse. By the way, even with the cursed spyglass, they still haven't paid for themselves at all yet. So this is why I usually avoid spyglass. Take the Dangerous Bunny, and I'll buy Sad Tomato. I still think we can find something more expensive to steal. Take a Broken Mouth as well. I still don't want Barricade, even cursed. I guess it's 6 curse for minus 2% move speed. And, oh wait, we have coil, right? Yeah, so the knockback is actually valuable. So I'm going to steal the barricade and guarantee an elite, because I do want to fight an elite as well. Sunglasses I'm going to pass on. We'll find 3% crit chance from something. We'll take a lure and a beanie, and then I'll reroll for 10 here. And sure, Cauldron increases my damage output pretty heavily, so we'll grab that as well. Oops. Immediately walked into the elite and triggered the Sunken Bell. You know, hold still just a bit, get a few triggers off of my corals, and then gain some HP. I kind of forgot that I had bought the Sad Tomato, and while our regen is good, we don't have that much, so I do need to be... We don't have enough to instantly heal back to full. So I do need to be a little more careful off the start of these elite fights. And elites are stronger. They do more damage and stuff, so I need to be just mindful of that. Just move away from the elite for a couple seconds and heal back to full so that we get Sad Tomato value instead of putting ourselves in Sad Tomato danger. Tomato Danger, of course, is the name of my Saturday morning cartoon action series. Heavy bullets, again, just a terrible item for us to find. Our red crates have been so bad. I'll take the whetstone, though. We'll recycle the gecko. Bait, I am going to recycle because I know I'm fighting an elite next wave. I just don't want to make things more complicated or difficult for myself than they need to be. Then we're going to reroll here. We'll take the melee damage just to kill the elite even faster. Feather, it is cursed. I guess I could start building dodge at this point because we have a lot of money, so we can probably get enough dodge. Starfish, I'm going to pass on. I don't want to increase enemy damage. And we just, again, don't need the money. So we're going to do all this. The hunting trophy, though, I will still buy. Of course, this increases our income, and also it just gives us more crit chance. So that takes us over the 100% crit chance mark. I'll buy the bag. That'll pay for itself for sure. And then we'll reroll here. Gentle Alien I'll purchase. Alloy, I think we are going to actually try to buy dodge. So I'm going to pass on the alloy. I could take Crystal, but I think we're taking too many hits for Crystal to be good. I'll buy Alienize. Alienize is pretty good for extra burst damage against elites, especially if we get a little more healing. A reroll here. Buy the mushroom. Reroll. Peaceful Bee I could buy for 4% dodge. I think I do want dodge. Our HP and armor are pretty high, so the marginal value of each point of dodge is also pretty high. Take a helmet here, and we will take an Alienize, and then roll again. Snowball I don't want. I'll take the coffee, though. And let's reroll for 13. Of course, I immediately find a bunch of stuff that I can't purchase, so that's wasted, unfortunately, but we can go to the next wave. So you reroll both more and less on this character. For the coral, the spyglasses, so it's kind of interesting because you need to reroll into good items to steal. I also need to focus and not take a million damage here, so I'm just going to back off. You can see the strengthened enemies do make things more complicated. Walking into every attack also makes things more complicated. That was some of the worst movement I've done in a long time, just eating every single attack. But as I was saying, you reroll both more and less on this character, because you reroll more because you want to find good items to steal. So you reroll aggressively to find stealable items. But then you stop rerolling because you can't lock stuff. So Spyglass is gets value because you want to reroll more to find good items, but then you'll often stop rerolling before other characters will, so it gets less value there. Black Belt for 3 melee damage, I think I will pass on. Sift's Relic I'll grab just for the armor. Spicy Sauce, I guess I'll take, and Injection we'll grab as well. Greek Fire, interesting decision here. We have no way to light enemies on fire currently, but obviously if we get one, then the Greek Fire is good. For 200, we have 1,300 materials, so I think I will speculate on it. If we weren't this rich, I wouldn't. Wheelbarrow, I'm going to recycle. I don't want to lose an armor. Even Cursed, and then Claw Tree, of course, we'll grab. Here, I will just take 6 melee damage, try to kill the elites even faster. We will buy the head injury. I can't lock the mirror. Sometimes you want to lock mirror and then roll to the next wave. I could steal it and then try to roll into something good. Let's give that a try just for fun. Poisonous Tonic. Yeah, I'll double up on a Poisonous Tonic. That seems totally reasonable. Wandering, or not, I guess I can grab, actually, because weapons can't be upgraded or recycled. This does mean if I find specifically a Cursed Thief Dagger in the next shop, then I'll be sad, but the amount of bonus damage and HP this is worth is too good to pass up on, I think. So hopefully we don't get ruined by that, but I think we still have to buy it. Panda, I think, is worth duplicating as well, so we'll grab the mirror and we'll double Panda here for a bunch more HP and luck. And then I'll reroll once. I think there's a decent chance we can buy stuff. And we'll buy Peaceful Bee and Corrupted Shard as well. The Wisdom would be pretty nice also. Peaceful Bee I'm buying because if I find one more good dodge item, then we'll have like 20-30% dodge, which will give us a lot of effective health. We did get an elite this wave. Yeah, okay. I couldn't find it for a second there. So at this point, I'm not going to play around the coral. I'm just going to focus on not taking hits. Because we have a bunch of regeneration regardless of whether the coral is active or not. The Thief Dagger run for Gangster, I think, is a pretty solid one. It helps you stay ahead on economy, which obviously is good, but it does make it more difficult, especially if you roll into a really early elite. The revolver run can kill those pretty quickly and safely because you can just stay far away and shoot it with your revolvers. But the Thief Dagger run has to get up close and personal to the elite. So I think this is a harder run overall than the revolver run, but definitely not a bad one. Now we've got dodge, so we can take Retrimation's hoodie, and obviously the bag is not going to pay for itself at this point. We'll recycle this as well. I'm going to roll here. I'm trying to find dodge, I think. Armor wouldn't be terrible either. Do I want armor, regen, or roll for more dodge? I think we can just roll until we find 12% dodge, because 24% dodge is going to give us so much more survivability. And then I'm going to roll again, and sure, I'll take 3 more armor. That's what I really care about. Now, unfortunately, I completely forgot I have the Greek fire. I bet I found a way to apply fire and then just didn't buy it, and everyone's yelling at me at the moment here. The axolotl reminded me. I definitely do not want to swap my... Wait, I didn't buy the Frozen Heart, right? Yeah, we didn't buy Frozen Heart. I definitely don't want to swap my percent damage to elemental damage. I will buy 14 regen off the fairy here. Then let's roll. Buy another Alien Eyes, roll again. Mastery and Cyclops Worm will buy. Another Peaceful Bee, that's great. Just more dodge is really nice here. We'll take the Small Fish for regen and faster elite kills. Alien Eyes is a big burst of damage, so still good. Wow, now we're finding all the bags in the world. Fin. I probably should just buy the fin. The value of each individual item is... We are not sure sort of how much value we're going to get from any individual item, so just buying anything that's pretty good at this point in the game can be helpful. Oh, I should check the value on Spyglass. So before I do a bunch of re-rolling that doesn't actually matter. So Spyglass has saved us 321 with the Cursed Spyglass, so it like just barely paid off these 2 Spyglasses, so I could probably have just passed on these and been in better shape, or just taken the Cursed one and not the not Cursed one. We'll take the defective steroids. We will buy the Triangle of Power. I don't think... I mean, buying 20% damage is just going to help me kill the elites a little faster, and there's just no way we take enough hits that the Triangle of Power damage loss actually matters. I'll buy the duct tape, and Gummy Berserker I can pass on. I would rather have the adrenaline than either of these things, but obviously we can't have everything. I could steal it, but if we spawn an elite there, then that could be very dangerous, so we're going to pass on that. I don't think we're going to find anything that we can buy, so let's do a bunch of random re-rolling here just for fun. Because we have these Spyglasses making our re-rolls cheap anyways. Ooh, Cursed Thief Dagger, that would have been nice. I still could steal it, but I think we're just going to focus on getting the win here, because I want to keep my win streak going. And we're going to go to Wave 20. I should stand still off the start of these waves also, just to get the marginal coral regen. Let's back off and get some consumable heal. Want to kill the whale boss first if possible. Immediately triggered my sunken bell, so I need to back up a little bit. The increased damage that these elites do, because we've killed a bunch of elites, is definitely putting a damper on things, on sort of how aggressively we can play. Because even with pretty high armor, because the elites are so much stronger than normal, we're just taking a ton of damage every time I take a hit. Gonna try to finish off the whale boss here, because once I get that guy down, I have a lot more room to maneuver. There we go. Got the whale boss dead. And now I can just circle around the snake boss. Old Snailian here. And he can't hit you as long as you're moving around him in a circle. So there he goes. And we have defeated the Gangster. This is definitely one of the characters I was most worried about in terms of win streaking. So I guess actually here's a fun exercise. If you want to do a win streak of as many characters as possible, you should start with Gangster. It should be your first character because it's the most random character as to whether you win or not. Just getting a bad percentage roll on an elite can instantly cripple the run. Or instantly end the run. So to minimize randomness, you should start with it, and then you have your most random character out of the way. Then probably Fisherman is the second most. Anyways, that was a great run. I really enjoyed that. Obviously, we got 1,000 materials from the Black Flag, which was pretty fun. 11 items from the treasure crates. That's great. 428 healing from our tentacles. Amazing. 1,000 materials from the recycling machine, which is wildly overperforming where it usually lands. So excellent find there. Bags, of course, did very well. Not as well as they sometimes do, but still very well. The jerky was instrumental in one of those elite fights, and I really liked having the corals for the first elite fight, or the first coral for the first elite fight, so that worked out pretty well. Dangerous bunnies ended up being not great, honestly. We could probably have passed the dangerous bunnies, because when you have bunny and spyglass, they each make each other worse. Because the cost of rerolls goes down, so saving a percentage, whether that be 25% or 50% or 100%, is just less money saved overall. So I probably didn't need both the spyglasses and the bunnies, and that's part of why we saved so little money on it. The coupon, even pretty late, was very good, of course. Baby elephants dealt 45k. The late hunting trophy gave me 700 materials, so still very good, obviously. Greek fire didn't do anything because I never found a way to set enemies on fire, unless I passed one because I totally forgot that I had this item. And I'm sure I will hear about it in the comments below from all of you if that was the case. All right. So very happy to get that one done and chalk up another win for the great win streak with random weapons. As always, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit that like button. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, which is the most fearsome boss of all, much more dangerous than Whalian or Snailian, so I really appreciate you helping me combat it. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato random runs and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.